Deleting social media will completely change your life. And I promise you, when you hear deleting social media, it sounds like such an impossible thing because our phones, our social media apps are such a huge part of our lives. But I'm here to say to you that I was once in your position where I was using social media every single day, 5 hours a day, TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, and it was ruining my life without me even realizing. Now I'm in a stage where I almost never use social media and I have so much more focus. I'm such a happier person. And so I'm here to say to you that it is possible to delete the apps and reduce your screen time. If you're new here, my name is Kavi. I'm an incoming wealth management analyst in a global bank and a recent graduate from Warwick University. But forget all of that. Let's just get straight into the 5 key tips on how you can reduce your screen time and delete social media. The first tip to deleting social media is to recognize that it's an addiction. Now, I know the word addiction is such a strong word and it's got a lot of connotations to it, but you are addicted to social media. You just don't realize it or call it an addiction because everyone does it. But if you were to use other things like cigarettes, alcohol, junk food in the same way that you use social media, where you use it every day and you feel a bit weird if you haven't been without it for a few days, you would call that an addiction, wouldn't you? So in the same way that you could be addicted to cigarettes, alcohol, etc., you need to understand that you are addicted to social media. And this is really important. I'm not going to go into all of the stats that you already know, how you're losing hundreds of hours a year, whatever it is on social media, because yeah, that's bad enough as it is, all the time you're losing. But the biggest thing you're losing every time you're going on Instagram, Snapchat, etc., is as you're scrolling, you're getting a huge level of dopamine from each scroll that you get. And it makes it so much harder for you to then go on your desk and to do some work or to do some studies, and it just really messes up with your motivation. So the first step to reducing your social media usage is just understanding that you are addicted to your phone and to social media. The second tip is to delete all of your social media apps. Delete Instagram, delete Snapchat, delete TikTok, and even delete other apps that give you extra excitement and dopamine, like the news apps. For me, I deleted BBC News straight away. Once you've deleted the apps, you need to set some rules about when or if you're allowed to re-download them. For me, because I post on social media, I said you're allowed to re-download the Instagram or Snapchat when you want to post, but then you have to delete it straight away. For you, you might also be a content creator, or maybe you want to just completely delete the apps altogether. Regardless, once you've deleted them, set some rules for yourself about when and if you're allowed to re-download them. The third tip to deleting social media is to use a habit tracker. Now, a habit tracker is just a table with the dates on one side and a box that you can tick on the other side. And all you need to do is every single day that you spend off social media, you can give that day a tick. I use habit trackers for so many parts of my life, from social media to my morning workouts. This is one where I just tick every time I've done press-ups in the morning. And it sounds like such a small thing, but it feels really good at the end of the day when you get to give the habit tracker that tick. And when you're sat there and you're thinking, should I re-download social media? Should I not? Sometimes the difference between you downloading it and not downloading it could be knowing in your head that you don't want to put a cross on that day and you want to keep the streak of having a tick for 5 days, 6 days, 7 days in a row. I've linked below a habit tracker that I've made specifically for social media. Don't worry, it's free. You don't need to put in your email or anything like that. All you need to do is click on the link, print it off, and start ticking. The fourth tip is to tell your family and friends that you're deleting social media. I used to worry that there's going to be an event that's happening or my friends are meeting up and I'm not going to find out about it because I'm not on Insta DMs or on Snap. So all you got to do is tell your mates, tell your close friends that you're no longer on social media, and if they really want to get to you for whatever reason, they can message you. And after deleting social media, I actually realized I'm not as popular as I think I am. I remember I'd re-download it to post and I'd be expecting to see a bunch of messages for events that I've missed, but I just opened my DMs. Maybe it's just me, but my DMs would just be empty. So this isn't as deep as you think it is, you know, missing out on things, missing out on messages. And to also stop anything like that even happening, just tell your family, tell your friends that you're deleting social media. The fifth tip is to not give up if or when you fail. What I mean by this is there's a good chance at some point after you've decided to delete your apps that you will re-download them and you will end up scrolling again. For me, this literally happened the other day where I re-downloaded Instagram to do a post, but then after I did the post, I was messaging people and going on reels, and I spent like an hour. And it's really important for you to understand that you're not going to be perfect with this. There's going to be some days that you are going to re-download it, but don't give up, don't beat yourself up about it, and have more so the mindset that this is now the new you for the rest of your life. You're now social media free, and yes, there's going to be some days, especially early on, when you are going to re-download the apps, but don't worry, that's a part of it. You're not perfect yet. At least you're making improvement, and don't beat yourself up if you re-download the apps. If you're getting value from this video, please like and subscribe. It will mean you get more useful videos like this in the future, and it also helps me to grow. I'm going to end by saying to you, please just take action on what I've said. I know it's so easy for you to just watch a video like this and to scroll to the next video and say, yeah, that's a good point. Maybe I'll do that later at some point. Do two things. One, tell your friends and family that that's it. You're deleting social media. And two, right now, delete the apps. That's it. I really want you to benefit from this because it's changed my life over the last few months. It's made me so much happier, and I want you to get those same benefits as well. So just do those two things. Tell your friends and family, delete the apps right now, and you will live a much happier, much better life.